I have a tattoo of a giraffe, and I have it because giraffes are my favorite animal. When I was little, I was really tall and awkward, and I was really uncomfortable, and then I saw a picture of a giraffe once, and I thought how they were really tall and awkward, just like me, but I thought how they're still really beautiful and graceful.
Flower, which is famous and prominent in Hawaii. It's not the hibiscus. It smells really nice. I actually got it after I went to Hawaii with my parents. It's the last memorable family trip we took before like my family kind of separated. So it's a nice memory to have, and I wanted it on me. And it's a beautiful flower.
I got my tattoos because I feel like I'm really into art, but I never really had the artistic hand, I guess you could say. So one way to express my love for art to me was getting tattoos. I just want females to know that, like, if art is something you're interested in and you're interested in a tattoo, don't like not get it because you feel like your body is not ready for a tattoo. Like, any body type is the perfect body type.
My tattoo is of a kingfisher bird, and it's on my ribs. I got it when I was in London on study abroad, and basically it was just to remember my year there, since the kingfisher bird is from southern England.
So my tattoo is an anklet, which was originally a necklace for my first communion that my aunt and uncle gave me, and then I got it tattooed on my ankle to symbolize my grandmother and all that she's been through.
That I have on my right arm, it's basically like a graffiti drawing of me with like street clothes and like angel wings and a microphone and musical notes around it, symbolizing my love for music. You know, I'm a recording artist and a producer as well, and yeah, it just symbolized my love for music. I've been doing it since I was 14, you know, recording and, you know, writing, so that's like my love.
I got the bird because I love birds and because they're so free, and especially when they're in groups, like their formations are like amazing. The flower because flowers are pretty, I guess, and it just complimented the bird. And the key was it's a best friend matching tattoo, I guess, kind of thing, so we both have keys.
Well, I got my tattoo a year ago. I got it the day that my dad passed away. It marked the 4th year that he passed away. I got Art.mov, which means it is written in Arabic. And basically, in the Quran, which is the Indian Bible, it talks about how Art.mov, which means it is written, everything happens for a reason and everything has a purpose in life. And this was something that my friend actually had told me about because she's very interested in the Indian culture. So I really liked the idea of it, and then it took me a year to actually do the tattoo because I wanted to make sure I really wanted it. And right underneath I put the date that my dad passed away, because for me it was a mark of when it was the hardest part of my life, but at the end, and you know, in retrospect, it happened all for a reason, because had my dad not passed away, I wouldn't have found my inner strength and persistence to get myself to DC.
All of my tattoos are flowers, and I got all of them because my mom is an avid gardener, and she didn't like the idea of me getting a lot of tattoos, so I tried to compromise with all the flowers, so I'm covered in flowers.
So I got my tattoos sort of initially to mark a milestone in my life, and then I realized more and more that they're not just marking milestones. They're not just, you know, this is me on the outside, this is who that person sees. They're all parts of me. People don't really see that as often, so sort of a nice little reminder not to let myself get stuck in one role, not let myself be defined by what other people decide, but what I decide.
Two Crows comes from this Native American poem my mom always says, and whenever we see a group of crows, we count them, and each, like, whatever number of crows means something, and two crows is the best omen because it always means joy. So whenever I see two crows, I think of my mom. And then I have a butterfly, which I got when I was 18 for my birthday. And again, my like 5 closest friends took me to the tattoo parlor, and I got it because I had a really hard time in high school. And I remember just being very sad and depressed, and I felt so lonely. And then this summer I went to summer camp, and I realized at this one moment, like, oh my God, I'm so happy right now. And it was this like kind of epiphany that I had kind of moved on and healed myself. And at that moment when I was sitting there like laughing and being outside and surrounded by like amazing people, this butterfly came and it landed on my finger. And I just always saw that as like a really cool omen too. So that's why I have the butterfly, to like remind me of that time and how you can get through anything.
So I have a tattoo of a clad-out ring on my left hip, and it's the Irish symbol for love, loyalty, and friendship. And I got it when I was 16 on my birthday with my best friend, who we've been friends forever, and we both got them together to celebrate our friendship.
It's like I have the dark mark from Harry Potter, and I got that because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but also in the movies I feel like it represents a vice for the Death Eaters, that they sold their soul, and I feel like for me it represents the vices in my life. This one is also from Harry Potter. It's the Deathly Hallows symbol, and in the movie it means immortality, and I really like the idea of immortality. I have a Sniper Heart logo from the band Kill Hannah. They're an alright band. But I got this one, it was my first tattoo actually, and for me it just represents that, you know, as a gay individual, for me showing who I loved was not good in the world, I guess to say. Wasn't really accepted, and it was what was going to probably kill me. I also have a quote from Kill Hannah. I need you to believe in me until there's nothing left of us. And I really like the philosophy behind the quote of having somebody who believes in you 100% until the day you die. I feel like we all need that. It helps us keep going in life.
And I got it in 2006 when I was a senior in high school and going through a very difficult time, trying to figure out who I am, what I'm going to do, and which college I was going to go to. And I got a shooting star to tell myself that wherever I go in life, I'll end up in the stars.
I've been obsessed with owls for a while. I have owl clips, owl necklaces, owl everything. And I don't know, like I always thought of owls as like symbolic of wisdom and knowledge.
Well, I have a heart on my wrist, and at first it was just a spur of the moment thing. My birthday, I went and got a tattoo, and but now it's become a lot more meaningful. Like all my cousins have tattoos, and we all have the same matching one, so we're all like sisters. So it's sort of a sisterly bond to know that we have something with each other because they're way across the country in Los Angeles.
I think that it's sort of the perfect symbol to represent me, my personality. I'm sort of a wanderer, that's what I like to say. I'm never really too comfortable being in the same place for that long. I like to sort of adventure and try new things, and I'm just constantly trying to progress and improve myself and keep moving. not really a big fan of sitting still and stagnancy, so that's why I have my little moving footprints.
And I guess the one that I want to show the most is a picture of a geisha that I drew. And she has no face. She has no face for a reason. It's pretty much that idea of that anonymous female body that it didn't matter who she was. It was just a living artwork for men, and I don't know, I tried to capture that in the drawing that I did and make a statement on it, I guess.
My first one's Cinta, which means love in Indonesian. My mom is, well, both my parents are Indonesian, and I just feel like love is like the one thing I can really believe in. It's gotten me through a lot, and without it, I probably wouldn't be here today. And then my other one is two pretty big hibiscus, which mean delicate beauty, and just flower meaning, I guess. It also reminds me a lot of Hawaii, and just the meaning delicate beauty is kind of really pertinent to a lot of things that have gone on in my life. So
I have a picture of La Catrina by Posada. He's like a Mexican sketch artist, and I got it because growing up, I'm from like the whitest family you could find on planet Earth, but I grew up with all Mexican friends, so I was always like very confused about, I guess, like my culture. And so like when I got the chance to live in Mexico for a while, for the first time, extended period of time, I kind of jumped on the opportunity to put some physical representation of this like cultural attitude I guess I've always had about myself.
For me, it was kind of one of those things that, it was one of the first things I felt like I did for myself, by myself. I paid for it myself. I went, you know, I just really felt like really independent. It means the supremacy of God.
On my ribs, it says Art.mov, which is Gaelic for strength from within. And I come from a very Irish family, and I had a really bad year this last year, and one of my role models and mentors in life told me, he said, even when you don't feel strong, know that you're strong inside. So I got it tattooed on my side, so I always remember that.
And they're personal to me, they have meaning. I wouldn't get a tattoo without a meaning, but the placement of them is important to me because looking at me, aside from the lip ring, not many people expect me to have tattoos. And the tattoos that I have are fairly sizable. So I like keeping them hidden but being able to show them when I want to.
So my tattoo was just like a little bird with a word in the middle. It's actually like a Chinese character that means kind of like breath, but also like energy. So I don't know, it just always kind of like resonated with me. And the bird has like an olive branch in it, which means peace, which is also important to me. So yeah.